The Fitzy and Wippa podcast.
Well, married at first sight, it's really tough. I mean, you're trying to get used to the first couples and what's going on, and then we get new weddings last night, but I tell you what, we didn't give a stuff about the new weddings.
Don't worry about that.
Fair bit going on in the background because the current contestants that are on the show were the guests at the new wedding, and there was one young lady, Claire, who she looked out of sorts. She needed to tell her partner, Jessie, something. She finally got Jessie outside, and this is what she had to say.
That night that we all went out and Adam and I went outside. We kissed.
Oh, you absolute dog act. Claire, she joins us now. How are you, Claire? Are you cutting out, Claire? Can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, there you go.
Claire, just watching you on the screen right now, are you a little bit nervous about this interview?
I am a little bit, yes.
So we have to go back to the start because when this was suggested, and Jessie brought it up and said that night that you guys all went out, Jessie said, when I come home, I heard Claire was on the phone. I'm pretty sure it was Adam in the background. I could hear him laughing. He suggested that you guys may have done something, and you deny the whole time. Do you regret that decision at the time, Claire?
Yeah, I definitely do. I mean, just to be clear, I definitely was not on the phone at any point ever to Adam. And so I think as much as I should have been honest at that time, I think I let my fear of Jessie's reaction kind of overtake knowing what I should have said, which is the truth.
Claire, I think it's important. There's 3 questions you can ask in a situation like this, which can define how deep and how big an issue this is. First one, prior to that night, had you thought about kissing Adam?
No.
Okay. Second question, how long did the kiss last?
Oh, like 2 seconds, 30 seconds max.
Who kissed who?
I think it was a mutual thing. I mean,
Who kissed who, Claire?
I don't know. I think
Someone's head moved in before the other head moved.
Claire, give us a name.
Do I just blame Adam?
Yeah, it was Adam, wasn't it? I mean,
just blame Adam. Well, but see, no, what I want to know, and be honest here, because and nothing did happen afterwards. But were but were there suggestions, Claire, of did Adam say, do you want to come back or do you want to go somewhere?
No, never. Adam and Jessie actually left together.
Right.
Lyndall and Cam, and Sandy and I went home together. We stopped at Macca's, so never anything like that.
Since that moment of the kiss that lasted 2 or 3 seconds, which isn't a big kiss really, is it? But have you thought about kissing Adam again?
No, I've thought about punching Adam.
So does it heat? So Claire, does this heat up? Like, are we expecting more in the future here? Does he sort of go off you for a bit, or what can we expect at these dinner parties?
No, look, I think that nothing really more comes of this in terms of Adam and I. I think I really do my best to just focus on Jessie moving forward and our relationship and mending that. But tonight will be super interesting. All
right, let's have a listen to Jessie's reaction, because to be honest with you, I don't think he was...
He was in shock.
No, I don't think he was in shock, mate.
I don't know where he was going.
Well, have a listen to his reaction. I don't think it bothered him at all.
Oh, that is classic. I knew it, you know. I just knew, like, something was so sus with that.
Look, you know what? You guys have had your differences the whole time. There's an element... We had Bronte on the other day, Claire. You know, there's an element where I think you know that you and Jessie were never going to work out. I mean, if your tongue is wandering somewhere else... And Jessie had problems with you from the start as well. There's an element of you sticking around for the show because you're on Married at First Sight. Did it really... Was it a knife to the heart when you thought this may be over, our relationship?
I mean, there was a part of me that wanted to stick it out because we were matched for a reason, and ultimately there's a part of control that's taken away from you in something like this, and I wanted to see that through. And also I didn't really think that Jesse was into me. You know, he'd kind of put down my hobbies, my personality, and the way I speak, and so in the time it happened, we weren't really in a good place. But when I heard, like, on that couch in front of the experts that Jesse did have some feelings towards me, I just knew that if we were going to move forward, I just had to tell him the truth, and that was the hardest part for sure.
Have you ever cheated in a relationship before, Claire?
No, I've never cheated in a committed, loving relationship. It's not something I would do. I have been cheated on, and it is awful. It sucks. And to be on the other side of that, hurting someone, it's not a nice feeling at all.
Yeah, but you're dancing in a bit of a grey area there, Claire. When you talk about a loving, committed relationship, that's on your behalf. But you may have been in a relationship with somebody else and still had a bit of a kiss on the side. Is that right?
Well, I mean, in the relationship with Jesse, it wasn't a loving relationship. It was a committed one. I wrote that, but yeah.
Are you flirtatious when you drink, Claire?
I'm flirtatious all the time, I think. I think I'm confident, I'm vivacious, I'm bubbly. And
so did you lead Adam on?
I'm not some scarlet lady. I just having good chats. He's a charismatic guy. We got along. We're laughing. You know, and we vibed, and you know, that was.
So maybe you leant in for the kiss.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Can I just ask you quickly? Does this affect your relationship with the girls after it all comes out with what you did?
At this point, I have a really great friendship with most of the women. You know, I'm sure they'll have an opinion at the next dinner party and commitment ceremony, which is absolutely fair. But I'm really proud of the friendships that I've built after this show, for sure.
Have you met anybody since, Claire?
Like met anybody in relationship?
Yeah, outside of the show.
Yeah, no, not yet. No.
No, so you're not in a relationship now.
No, I'm still married.
Oh, of course.
Oh, well done. Well
so
done.
what about the rumour getting around that you and Harrison, that he hit on you at some stage?
Oh, Harrison probably would hit on a rock.
Okay, so that's true that he had a crack at you.
No, look, he's never made me feel that way. No, I think, no, he hasn't.
How was your Chris your spew before you went in to tell Jesse as well? I mean, they were all mic'd up for that one, Claire. Were you a little bit shattered that they included that?
First. Yeah, I definitely didn't think they would include that, but it just shows, like, I generally was so nervous, and it wasn't a nice feeling.
No.
Is your family still talking to you?
Yeah, absolutely.
That's good.
No, my family's really supportive, and you know.
No, we love watching you, Claire. We do.
Claire,
you're a superstar.
Well, you've come on our show a couple of times. We do appreciate your time. It's going to be interesting to see how you're being perceived now on the show. But there's a fair. Oh, look, I don't think it's the worst thing that's going on at the show.
But you know, 2 or 3 second kiss. I mean, is that really breaking the rules? Is that really cheating? And is it worth a vomit? Probably not, to be honest, Claire. I would have gone a lot further if we wanted to thicken up the story.
Claire, thanks for coming on the show.
Thanks, boys. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Claire. Bye-bye.
Oh, no, it's going to be some big ones.
I mean, would you even tell your partner if it was a 2 or 3 second kiss?
Well, actually,
doesn't mean anything.
Have we got the promo for tonight? Because I think this is where Jesse confronts Adam at the door. Have a listen to this.
Jesse will fight.
I think you better come with me, bro.
Let me get some shoes.
For justice.
Grab some balls while you're at it, bro.
If we're going outside, bring your balls.
Yeah, just grab your shoes and your balls if that's all right. What?
I'll meet you outside. You grab your
are we going to partner swap?
You're listening to the Fitzy and Wippa podcast.